I'm not sure how this happened. For some reason, my page has found its way onto what seems like every MAGA person's For You page. But listen up, because I'm about to give you a lesson as to why it is important for you and this guy and all of us to collectively support gender-based studies in other countries. Because while it is true that the United States, among other countries, among other institutions, does fund gender-based studies in other countries, it is actually used to promote women's empowerment in these countries, which means it is used to help encourage women's involvement in civic participation and peace building. And why do we care about women in other countries? It is a widely known fact among scholars, meaning the experts in gendered studies, that it is extremely difficult to reach a lasting level of democracy without women, meaning that it is advocating for women to have a seat at the table. But why do we care about democracy in other countries if you've been living under a rock for the last 60 years? The participation of women has actually been proven to reduce the probability of violence, extremism, terrorism, the things that force people to migrate to other countries out of desperate situations. So let's talk about gender-based programs funded by humanitarian aid. It is used to help promote reproductive and maternal health. It is to promote LGBTQ+ rights and reduce gender-based violence. It's used to support the empowerment of women and girls in education, politics, and economic development. I know that it is a wild concept, but you actually can't have lasting economic development without women. I'm certainly not saying that humanitarian aid is the end-all be-all to any gendered discrimination or gender-based violence. What I'm actually saying is that these gendered studies that encourages the inclusion of women in civic participation and peace building includes opportunities for trade, innovation, entrepreneurship in their countries as well as our own. For all of you with really small brains, it means it helps stimulate our economy, because when their economy has become stimulated, it means that the global market becomes stronger. It means that all of these things that I have mentioned add up to more stability in their countries, which means that less people are being forced to migrate out of desperate situations. It also reduces refugee spillover, because then it means that the people who have been forced to migrate out of those desperate situations into third countries are less likely to move north. And that's what you guys don't want, right? You guys want less immigrants, less refugees. It is a win-win for everyone if we support gender studies, is what I'm trying to say.